We will call the meeting to order. We could first have confirmation of quorum, and I believe we have a quorum. And the proper notice has been given on the meeting. Very good. First item number 4, is the minutes of the July 28th meeting. The members had an opportunity to read and review. Questions or comments on the minutes? Entertain a motion on the minutes.
So moved. Second.
Those in favor of adopting the minutes of July 28th signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Carried. Next item is the claims. We've had some claims submitted on the claims docket for this date. Questions or comments on the claims by the members? Hearing none, how about a vote on the claims? Motion, please.
I'll move to approve the claims.
Second. All right. Those in favor of approving the claims of September 15th signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries. Next item, just for clarity's sake, item 6 on the agenda. We have actually 2 items. Only one of those requires a public hearing, however. I think perhaps what we should do is first go to the first item, 6A, which is the commission resolution amending the 2020 Series B lease. That is the November 20th, 2020 lease, which is an exhibit to the resolution. Megan?
Yep, I'll turn that over to Dustin to be able to walk through that for you guys.
Great.
Good afternoon, commissioners. So incident to the State Road 37 financing that we'll discuss in item 6B, we are going to enter into a lease related to that financing. And there was a desire to use a portion of 106th Street as a piece of the leased premises for that transaction. 106th Street is currently leased under this 2020 Series B lease, which was originally entered into in 2013 incident to the 106th Street project and then amended in 2020. So you get this sort of 2020 designation of the lease. Under the terms of that lease, when lease premises are no longer needed to justify the lease rentals for the underlying financing, and in this case, because the city has made adequate payments in the normal course of its debt service to pay down those bonds, the commission is able to, with the agreement of the redevelopment authority, release certain portions of the lease premises up to kind of leaving the amount that you need under the lease to cover your debt service obligation to make lease rental payments. So the amendment to the lease just releases that portion of 106th Street that will be used as a component of the lease premises under the other financing that the city is going to, or I'm sorry, that the redevelopment commission will be considering approval of the lease for this afternoon. And this is all just under the terms of that original 2013 amended in 2020 lease.
Questions from the members on item 6A and the explanation provided by Dustin? All right, hearing none, how about a motion on the resolution amending the 2020 Series B lease, that is the November 2020 lease? Have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second. All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 6B, this is going to be conducting a public hearing on this. This is the commission resolution approving a lease and issuance of bonds. Amendment to lease is an exhibit to the resolution. Dustin, can you walk us through 6B, please?
Yes, Commissioner. So this resolution approves a lease between the Redevelopment Commission and the Redevelopment Authority. The lease premises for the lease are a portion of Allisonville Road and a portion of 106th Street. The term of the lease will be 20 years, and the lease rentals will be payable from special benefits tax. The project that is authorized for the use of the bond proceeds, and the bonds will be issued by the Redevelopment Authority, but they're backed by the lease rentals that the Redevelopment Commission would pay under this lease. That authorized project is the redemption of previously issued bond anticipation notes of the redevelopment authority, which were issued incident to the State Road 37 Phase 2 project, and then certain acquisition of real property at specified locations within the city. The bands, which are going to be redeemed, are currently outstanding in the amount of about 6.46 million. And so it'll be that, right, your outstanding principal, and then in addition, some funds to cover the interest accrued through the date of redemption. And then the rest of the funds will be allocated to that land acquisition. Maximum principal on the bonds is going to be $30 million.
All right. Before we go into the public hearing, do the members have any questions or comments based on what Dustin just explained to us? None, hearing none. All right, we will open the public hearing on the proposed commission resolution approving lease and issuance of bonds. Is there anyone from the public here who wishes to address this resolution?
Yeah, Matthew Brands, 9446 Ashley Lane. The concern I have here is the second thing, the acquisition of certain real property. Which it was $6 million for solely State Road 37 stuff. Now it's $30 million for State Road 37, which I don't have any issue with the State Road 37 stuff. But it seems like the scope has increased here. And now it's also all these 7 other land acquisition areas. And I emailed Megan some questions last Sunday and have not gotten an answer as of right now to any of those questions as to what these 7 projects are. I mean, all we have here is for the purpose of redevelopment and acquisitions. And I mean, some of this is downtown, some of it's south of downtown. One of these is a residential neighborhood. And I just have a bunch of questions like, are you taking small parts of parcels? Are you planning to take lots of the whole parcel? And then, how much of this 30 million is budgeted for those? Are these projects ready to negotiate land tomorrow, or is this all just like speculative? We're borrowing money now. I mean, it'd be nice to get an answer to all those questions, I think, before the public hearing, but that did not happen. So, in my opinion, and then there's it's a special tax too, right? So you're taxing us to borrow money to redevelop, and we don't even know what these redevelopment projects are. So what was the purpose of this public hearing? The service provided by the projects will serve the public purpose of the city and is in the best interest of its residents. I would say no. I think you should vote no because, I mean, the public has no understanding, at least I have no understanding of what this is or why we need to borrow money. So you should vote no.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Grant. Comments or questions from the members? Hearing none. Are we ready for a vote on the resolution? All right, we'll entertain a motion on the resolution.
Move to approve the resolution.
Do we hear a second? All right, before we formally vote on it, we'll declare the public hearing closed. We have no further comments from the public, I assume. So we'll declare the public hearing closed. Those in favor of adopting the resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Any other new business to address?
Any other upcoming items that we'll need to bring them back together for?
I don't believe so. Like I said, as these get ready to close, we'll reach out to you guys to come by and sign stuff. Like I said, they'll probably be toward the end of October timeframe, but I'll keep you posted as I know.
All right, how about a motion for adjournment? I hear one?
Move.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.